So like say you're up there, you're serving, and you're here, and the girl is receiving, right? When she receives, the same as doubles, they're going to move based on where they put the shot, right? And based on what they think the next shot's going to be. So if they feel like they put pressure on you, and you're like here, the girl's probably going to, like after a drive, she's going to come forward, and then now you have different shots you can hit, right? So you want to get it past her, like past her enough that the guy is getting it like down here, because now you have the guy here versus Alexia at the front of the court, and versus you in the middle of the court. It puts you in the same scenario we just practiced, right? What do you do if like the girl serve receives? Most of the time she's going to follow it, but if you get it really early here, what can you hit now? Can you do this shot? Yeah. That's a great shot. She can't get that. There's no way anyone's getting that. And if she does get it, then you just put it back here. Like you got her over there, you put it back that way kind of thing. You're trying to set it up, and you keep building on shots until like the bird goes down enough for you to get something back, right? And so for you, you're just trying to take away any shots that she can cut off. So like if he does this kind of shot, and then she cuts that off on the way, you want to put it back that way to build on like the next shot to try to get the angle back down again. So you're not trying to force too much, like you're not trying to do too much here, but like you're just trying to be ready. So if you put something like here, and then she cuts it off here and plays like the shot you've been playing, this kind of shot, then you can also go back that same direction. Like you can put it right close to the net, and now you're back in it. Like this is the most important thing. It doesn't have to be like perfect all the time, but the smaller the window, the more like precise you have to be. And you have to be more precise than he does, right? Because you're closer, and so the window is going to be smaller. Okay. So yeah, off of serve receive, you're most likely going to have the girl come in. If she nets it or pushes it, she's going to come in. If she lifts it, don't worry about it too much, because that's what you want anyways. Then you just do what you just did here. Okay. What about when you're serve receiving? Okay, yeah, net a lot, right? So same idea as what I was saying earlier. Put yourself like in their shoes when they're serve receiving. They're going to want to do the same thing. So do what you did at the junior B stuff. Remember, like when you were losing rallies, and then we give you like one tip, and then you won like 12 straight rallies in a row. Do you remember what I told you? Serve and just walk straight in. Because your serve here, if your serve is pretty good, like how low is it going? And how far is it going? Not very far, and it's pretty low, right? As long as it's a pretty good serve. So the only really shot that they can hit is this kind of thing, right? So then you want to get to that and play that back again, or play something like faster that like can't attack you. Like if I played that kind of shot at that height, you saw that? Like this kind of shot? Am I safe here? 100%. Like they're going to have to push that back. And if they do it really fast, for him, it's almost like go here. Because you have to see it from his perspective too, right? Play this shot as best you can. Good, perfect. Okay, so can you play that like out a little further? Because the girl's here. That's a good shot, but play like this option. Yeah, that kind of shot. So like you can put your racket up, and if I do this, now you're all over it. And if it goes here, like you're probably not getting it. Like it's faster, right? Like the guy is here doing this kind of thing. But as long as Jaden gets that bird fairly early, you should be fine for the next shot again. If he gets it late, so say like that last one there, you're pretty late, right? Then what would you do? Yeah, I would probably lift straight, because you want to defend the stronger smash. And then we haven't got to defending yet, but you go over, you lift this one, because you feel like you can't, like the girl's right here, right? You're getting the bird low. You can't really put it here because it's too slow. Like if you put that to the net, I'm all over that, right? Like the rally's over, so you're stuck lifting the bird. But you want to lift it like straight if you can, right? And then so say you have to do the same thing. So you have to lift the bird. Where would you lift it? If you can, lift it across and not half court, right? You got to put it like all the way to the back. And then now you're defending like the cross court smash and the cross court clear, which is more important, okay? So that like mid court shot, like this area right here, when you do this kind of thing, or this kind of thing, as long as it goes down, you guys should be able to control like the next one, right? Because from his perspective, he's just here. He's hunting for this shot. Like he's hunting for this one, or driving that one, or he's hunting for this one. Like it's really easy as the guy to cover, or not easy, but it's easier to cover that as the guy, right? But it comes from like the previous shot. And that's the same scenario or same kind of concept as when he was smashing back here and you're doing this kind of thing, right? Like if this shot goes like this, you guys are under a lot of trouble, right? Because now they can put the bird, like say you're here, they can put the bird like this. And now like he's in a really tough situation because he can't play it to the net, and it's really hard to lift that far. And so if you can't lift it far, you don't have time to defend, and now you're like stuck, right? So it comes down to just playing these shots better. That's why we did so much of that at like the start, but we'll do more of that like another time. Okay. So that's like the main kind of concept. For the difficult scenarios, you guys have played mixed a little bit. What did you guys get stuck in? I have some written down here. Okay, but that comes from that we talked about earlier. We kind of did that already. That comes from like the previous shot and like your position and then you covering the different shots, right? And then how to get out of it. We did that. What's another difficult situation? What don't you want to be in? Okay, so then what happens if they flick serve you?
Hitting the one.
So you can do that. What are you hitting though? Okay, where? So like if I say you're standing right here. This is like theory, right? Not just like hitting birds. Say you go back. When she goes back, where are you going to go? Okay, so if you do that, when they put the bird there, who's got that? Yeah, he's not. From where he's standing right now, he's not. Who's got this corner? And who's got that corner? Are you? If he comes up like more, like say you're like, that's very clear now, right? Now he's covering both these. That means you got to get that, right? So you probably want to be like there. If he's there, you have to hit the bird hard. Like you can't drop the bird. Because if you drop the bird like this, can you get to that one? No, so then it's hard for him to cover, like he can't cover this one and that one. And so if you're covering this one, he's got to cover that one. And same thing, if you're covering this one, he's got to cover that one. This one becomes iffy if he's covering this one. So it's just like you have to hit the bird hard. And an easy way to do it is either hit the bird cross, because then you can get to this one. But an easier one, even more so, would be hitting the bird straight, right? So like, what would be the issue with hitting, say I'm here, Jaden's in this middle spot, like you know the spot you go to like rotate a little bit? So like, if I'm playing with her, and I'm here, I'm basically not covering this, right? So I'm in like an easier rotating spot. If I was here, I'm blocking us from rotating, right? This is a good generic spot, but in mixed, this is me covering all of the front of the court, which is not like, you can play it like that if you're playing doubles for like one rally or whatever, maybe you'll surprise them. But like generally, if you're standing here, you're making it more clear for her to go in, right? And so if you hit a bird here, like this, you're hitting down, hit a fast shot down the line, and then you move in, when the bird comes here, you're already in position, okay? What happens if you're there, and then you were to smash that cross? Can I get this now? Yeah, because I'm more behind the bird, where if I was like here, and you smash it across, this is all up to you now, right? So this is a good spot, but this spot only works if you hit the bird fast. Because if you hit like a really slow drop shot like this, they're going to get to the net like earlier most likely, and now they can play it cross and you have to run all the way from there to over there. Like it's going to make it really hard. You're getting the bird later and now you're defending again, right? If you hit the bird faster, it's more likely to come back like here somewhere. And so it's just like those like half-court drills we do all the time where you smash and you lift or smash and you do whatever, right? Like the in and out, back and forth kind of thing. So if someone flicks you, you start up here, you're just in a general spot, right? Smash this straight so you don't kill me. Go to this spot, and if it goes like here, you can just block it and come forward. You can even block it here better than there, right? But it's all based on like where the person is too. So like when you smash that one, if they follow it in, sometimes doing this shot is good. And then what's another shot we talked about earlier? So that one's really good. The further one, what else? This one is really good, the one back there. But it depends how, like, if you're getting the bird here, or you're getting the bird here, that's different. So if you smash here again, like start here, flick serve, you go back and smash, and the bird goes here, feel free to push that and then be ready for the next one, because you got to be ready for like this one, right? Like the push. You know what I mean? What if you played like a net shot? Yeah, you cover the net. But if you played this kind of shot and you're standing here versus this kind of shot and you're standing here, this one you don't have a cross court. This one you do have to cover a cross court, and I can hit way faster. Sometimes it's like doing that shot, hitting it down the line, hitting this one in the middle is a good shot, because then you just go right here. Now they're stuck. Come up here. Now they're stuck kind of playing like this. Come up here. Like up here. You hit a net shot, right? You're covering that now. Like it's much easier to cover these angles like this than it is to cover these angles like this. See how hard that one is? So that's why you want to put that one in the middle. So you'll see people do this all the time, where they do this. Like they do the serve receive. You're going to go into that spot right away, right? So this happens. She hits here, this happens, now this, she goes here. Now I'm here to cover these kind of shots, and it takes away from the backhand as much too, because sometimes they can play it in your backhand like on this, right? Put it on your good side. You're better here, right? Why not put it there in front of that to be able to do that? And if it goes here, you can always like adjust. Your backhand net shot's fine, right? So here, go back and flick here on the flick. Smash down the line. Jaden, ready? Good, perfect, in. There you go. Now you're back at the front. Do it again. Jaden, ready? Good, in. Now you're back at the front, right? So you can get out of it that way. Can you smash one cross? Like smash this one cross and then be ready here. So when she smashes cross, you really got to cover that one, which means you have to cover this one. What happens if they hit back there again? Maybe, depends how close. Like if I flick it here and you come in right away, so you didn't keep coming in, right? You were just there, so you're going to cover that. So you just keep doing it over and over and over again, right? If you just came in right away, so like go back, hit the smash cross, and come in right away. Come in right away. Don't hesitate, just come in right away. Because that's going to open up the space back there, especially if it's shorter. Like if it's short, like here, just come in right away. Like don't worry about stepping in front of him. Just step in front of him, get out of the way kind of thing. If you're way back here, you're probably not coming in because your smash is slow. Like it's slower. You're probably good where you are. And if the bird goes there, Jaden, and you come in, do it again. If the bird goes here again, you're back in that spot. And then you might help with this one. Like that's in a little bit. You can cover that, right? It's not like you're giving up all of this. You're just giving up the lane. It's like the lane here, right? So that she can come in a little bit. Does that make it easy to like rotate though? Come up. Go. Good, in. Yeah, good, go. Perfect, do it again. Good, in. Perfect. See, that was good. You hit it, but then she still came in, right? Where would you smash if there was a girl flicking you? Yeah, smashing at the girl is even better. If you smash at the girl, so that's where you would cross smash too. When you smash at the girl and you're cross smashing, if she puts the bird there, now you have him attacking, right? And then you come in here, now you're both attacking like the girl, right? What if it was the guy flicking you? Hit a straight smash, because where's the girl probably going to be? Yeah, so then, no, she's going to be in the front, right? Like, so there's a big difference if the guy flicks and the girl flicks. They're two different things. So if the girl flicks you, she's probably going to flick and either do this, or she's going to do this, right? She could do this if she thinks you're off balance, right? But either way, that shot will work, okay? If the guy flicks you, so I'm here flicking, and the girl's like this, she's probably going to go like here. So as long as you hit it like down the line, she can't really do very much. And so this shot might happen, but then all you do is just play one shot here, come in, and now you're back. Now you've got like the next shot again, as long as you stay with these kind of shots that you practiced earlier, right? Does that make sense? So you're going to have to kind of, the same thing I said earlier, you think about, like, put yourselves in their shoes and what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to the back of the court, so then you're trying to like pick spots. So if I'm here and the girl, you can smash there or here, and it'll work. If the girl backs up, you're probably going to smash here, or you might even hit like a cross clear, right? As long as you can out clear the girl. Like if you feel like you're better doing this, there's no reason you can't clear the girl, right, on the flick serve, because then she's got to go back. What if the girl flicks and then stands here and you cross clear? Yeah, so then now you're playing into their, so it doesn't necessarily mean you lose the rally, but you're going to have to get out of that scenario, right? When you're serve receiving, very difficult. Mixed doubles is difficult. You can play it different ways. This is a tough situation again. So Alexia's here. How do you guys usually play mixed? Do you do this, and then you're serve receiving? Or do you play doubles? Do you? Okay, that's probably easier. Just played that for the first little bit. This is very hard. If you have a girl here, and you're standing here like this, and you're doing this kind of thing, like when I do that, I got to get that shot, which sometimes is really hard, especially if you're playing people that are fast. If you're really quick, you can do that, get back, she goes in, now you're good. But if you're playing doubles, they're going to just lift that one, right? So what serve receives can you hit? Okay, so you have net shot, drive, and a lift, right? So let's go through them. Net shot. If you hit a net shot, what are you going to do? So like they serve to you. You're playing doubles. When you hit a net shot, okay, so then you have to get out of that scenario. So you're going to be at the back of the court. They're going to lift the next one, and then she's at the back. Okay, so when can you do that like following thing? We just practiced that following thing, right? When can you do that? Like if they lift it here and Jaden's here, can you follow at any point? No, you can't do anything. The only thing you can do here is maybe clear to the girl or keep hitting the bird down and just, you like smashing anyway, so it's not a bad thing. But just keep smashing at the girl and play doubles for a second. This is tricky, but it's based on how you set up the serve receive, right? What if the bird goes like wider? That's when you should be looking for this. Like you just play it like doubles. Like don't overthink this. Jaden will be here, you're smashing back there, you're on the same side, everything's the same. If you were smashing from there, you'd be here, everything's the same, right? But as soon as the bird goes like here, like a little wider, then you just do this a little bit. You give her a lane that's like opened up a little bit, and then you have to hit the bird hard. Like you can't play a slow drop shot unless, like if she does play a slow drop, you have to kind of take the space again. Like because you have to fill the space. Now you have to play to the net, keep doing it until you get another lift to go back in again. But you can also hit a clear, anything you want. You could hit a cross drop on this even if you wanted. Like if Jaden's here, and you play this shot fairly quick, like this, right? If the bird goes here, you can always do this shot. Right, now she's made her way back in, the bird goes there, you can get to everything, right? So it's just getting out of that, like, you have to find ways to get out of you being at the back and him at the front, but it doesn't have to be overly complicated, right? And that's kind of like the gist of what we did all day today was just figuring out what you're covering at the front when you're in position, and then when you're out of position, trying to figure out ways to get, like, back in, right? So don't, like, overcomplicate it. Okay, we got to clean up the court here. Hey, sorry it took a little longer. I lost track of time. Okay, put him in the box really fast.